How can you grow on social media in 2024? The Tarot Edition. I used to work in digital marketing, now I'm a tarot reader on YouTube. I want to merge these two worlds together. We're going to ask what the best content for you is in 2024, what platform you should focus on, and what content to leave out, what won't work as well for you specifically. So pick a card and we will get into your reading. If you are sprinkling your energy into someone else's day, we're asking how to grow on social media in 2024. We're going to be using the Super Attractor cards from Gabrielle Bernstein. We will shuffle these and get started. First of all, I'm just going to tune into your situation in terms of your social media. So let's see what we have here. I release time and let the universe show me what to do. I love this card. It's so gorgeous. Directing my focus onto what's thriving creates more of what I want. I trust that my powerful intentions combined with my faith are enough to allow my vision to become my reality. You guys have had some experience with social media, and because of this, there's a sense of self-doubt around it. Perhaps you know how much work it is or how hard it can be to really get going. I'm also picking up Instagram for you guys. That might not apply to all of you, just for some extra validation for those whom it does. And I feel lifestyle, possibly, or luxury if you are creating a brand here. You're someone who has really good ideas, but you have been hurt a little in the past. Perhaps people have taken your ideas, taken credit for them, or you felt that you haven't had agency in some way. So I definitely feel like a lot of you have probably used social media for work. Maybe you're in digital marketing and you just haven't had full control, or perhaps you have tried things yourself or it hasn't taken off. Something along these lines. We're going to ask what the best type of content for you guys is and what platforms you should be focusing on. I let an inner sense of quiet multiply each day as I strengthen my faith in the love of the universe. I don't have to fear my fear, I can use it as a way to get closer to love. Whatever niche you're in or want to focus on, there is something about supporting other people, being a guiding light for others. If you want to focus on beauty or self-care or luxury or travel, there's a sense of peace with it. You're giving your viewers this feeling of as if you're holding their hand and supporting them through the screen. So this is the type of content that's going to work best for you. It's not so much about whether it's in written form or photography or video. You are really good at all of these things and I feel like you like that variety. Don't disclude anything, allow yourself to go in different directions and have different types of content. Saying that you have a really strong brand, but don't over focus on that. There is this natural wisdom that you have, and that's the thing that you should be focusing on and just allowing it to come out. And even if you doubt it, you doubt yourself, you're not quite sure of that, just try it, because I think it is something that just flows. It's really what you're channeling through you and your creativity. We're going to ask the best platform for you to focus on, at least initially, and I'm going to write this down so that I can tune into the energy here. What is the best social media platform for pile 1? I'm being shown Instagram, but it could also be Pinterest. There's something about the format of when you go onto Instagram and you have these little squares and you have an image and some text. I definitely feel like TikTok in time as well. The way that I'm seeing your energy and your content is as if you are sprinkling your energy into someone else's day. This sense of positivity, of being guided in some way. And it doesn't feel like it's so suited to long form video. That's not to say that you shouldn't do it, it's just this is where to start. Because if you have Instagram or Pinterest, you'll be able to look at your accounts and really be able to see very quickly how you come across, and you need to see your brand forming. You need to see it emerging, and that's easiest on those platforms. I would say start on Instagram and then look at how you can promote your content maybe on Pinterest. I'm also feeling like a website and a blog is probably something that you would really enjoy, and also somewhere where you can just showcase all of your content in one place. This feels like you're building a brand and you're doing it straight away. We're going to ask what to focus on and add more of in your content. In stillness I receive. My greatest spiritual shifts don't come through force, they come through freedom. The guidance for you is to cut out the clutter, cut out the mental clutter, that sense of comparison with other people. It's really integral that you do this, otherwise you're going to get lost in terms of your creative inspiration for the type of content that you're focusing on. I sense that you are familiar with the industry, with the type of brand that you want to create. You have a very different energy. You are, I want to say, the word that's coming through is reforming. I was going to say disrupting, but it's more of a reform. It's similar to those brands that are now well established, but say back in the 80s or 90s they came out with a political message alongside beauty products. It's that kind of different approach to the industry that you're meant to really focus on, and it's so important that you just create content for yourself in terms of, this is what I want to share, this is what I want to talk about. There is going to be a sense of questioning and self-doubt that comes up. The more, especially in the early days, that you just focus on you and you don't even look at your competitors, I don't feel that you really need to, because it feels like you're already familiar with the industry. Again, it's about your messaging. Your messaging is really, really important. What to move away from? Let's see what comes up for you guys. When I live and act from a place of spiritual alignment, I can trust that everything is working out for me, even if I don't know when or how. As I pick this card, the question that I was feeling from you is, how long is this going to take for it to work, for it to really grow into a profitable business or a way for me to support myself? This is the question that was coming through. You need to know because you work in this industry or you have had exposure to it. You have seen other people do it, so you want to know what's the timeline for you. And we were asking what you should not focus on. So I feel like that's the answer in a sense. We've covered, don't follow your competitors too much, don't fall into the comparison trap with what you're creating. What I'm feeling for you is also don't fall into that trap of when is it going to happen, because it's really important that your message is really pure. And what I mean by that is that you need to be channeling who you are. You need to be really authentic, and that's going to take time because of the pressure of the environment, because of the pressure of the industry and social media. It's really important that you let go of that. And so that's the thing to not focus on, as hard as that is, and as much time as you might be pouring into creating content. Give yourself some time to figure out your brand and to get to a place where you are secure in your brand. Then ask that question, how long is it going to take? So I really hope this message, this reading has supported you today. Let me know in the comments, and what would you like me to focus on next? Is there another social media question that you have, or another business question? Let me know. Do subscribe for more readings, and we'll speak soon. You have a natural capacity on camera. Pile number 2, this is your reading. We're going to be asking what the best content for you is, the best platform to be on, what you should focus more on and what to focus less on. But first of all, I'm just going to tap into your energy generally to get a sense of what's going on with you with social media growth. And this is just to validate what you're doing, whether this reading is right for you. We have the Sea Oracle Journeys deck here, and I've got Shine, may you be a lighthouse. Ease, may it be effortless. And Soothed, may you settle gently even as the waves break above. You have a natural capacity on camera in some way, or with content in some way. So there's definitely an ability, a talent that's coming through here. It feels like there's a challenge around, how do I make this consistent? I'm feeling for some of you that your content might be quite complex or involves something where it takes a lot of effort to create it, or a certain environment. I'm seeing surf as well. We do have the Sea Oracle deck, but for instance, it could be about travel, or it could be about being in a particular location or a season. There seems to be something that affects your content. For others of you, that could just be that you're working and really busy, but there's definitely a creative spark that's coming through, that this kind of urge to be seen and to create this content. I'm also feeling that you just feel like a natural with this art form. It feels like something that's really enjoyable. I'm feeling that you're not quite sure what you could do with it or where to go with it. There's a kind of question mark around that. I don't feel there's really a huge urge at the moment. There's not this sense of, I have to make this work, this is going to be my new career. There's a curiosity here. You wonder if that could be the case, but you're not putting pressure on yourself. Let's pick a couple more cards. Fluid, may you shift and transform. Balance, may you find equilibrium in motion. Faith, may you trust steady your fears. For you guys, the best type of content is varied content, so not having a generic format. It's giving yourself freedom within a niche where you don't have to produce the same kind of formatting every single time. You can really play with your creativity. Short form and long form video content is really good for you. I feel like you like photography to an extent, but just working with a still frame is not as exciting for you, and I feel that the thing that's really going to bring you more viewers is to work a lot with video. Still seeing the outdoors for a lot of you, so you might be inspired by nature. This might be something that you want to focus on. As I share this, I want to say that this is a symbolic image. I'm seeing someone who is outdoors and maybe doing something like a kind of offbeat travel documentary, or it could be they're the kind of person who has a YouTube challenges type of channel where they go around and do unusual things, but there's a sense of energy, there's a sense of movement, creative, kind of wacky, and really fun. Really fun. I feel like I'm feeling energy and fun. It's a kind of Aries energy, like the ace of, you know, in the tarot, the ace card. It's like, let's go, let's do this. A sense of come along with me on my adventure. This is the kind of content that you should be creating, that will be really good for you, and that will people really enjoy from you. So I'm going to ask what platform or platforms to focus on, and I'm actually going to write this down on a piece of paper because I don't think the card's going to give me the guidance that I need. So I'm going to write it down and just channel for you. This is the way that I focus sometimes. Spirit is saying, start off on one channel, possibly TikTok. The thing here is that it's not really about the channel itself. It's not that like TikTok is going to be the channel for you, but what I'm being shown is that it will be really great to just start on TikTok. It will help you to adjust to how you make content, what works for you, what you enjoy. You're going to build a style of film. I also feel like you might really experiment a lot with how you shoot film. So I see you as someone who is behind the camera as well as in front of it. I'm going to ask what you should focus more on with your content. So what is unique to you and the type of content that just really allows you to shine. And I'm going to write this one down as well. It feels like you're at the beginning of your journey. So I'm not necessarily seeing a kind of let go of this kind of content, focus more on this. The thing that's going to help you the most is to allow your creativity to drive you and to not allow comparison to drive you. Just allow yourself to be you, which means being driven mostly by your creativity. I'm just going to ask the question because we have it there. Is there anything that you should not focus on? I'm definitely just feeling nothing too generic, nothing too static. There needs to be a sense of movement and of energy. I hope this reading has supported you. Let me know in the comments, what would you like me to ask next? You can leave your comments below. Do subscribe for more videos, check out the other ones on my channel, and I hope to read for you. You could have a really big following on social media and create. Pile number 3, this is your reading. We're asking how you can grow on social media in 2024. We're going to be asking about the best content for you, the best platform to be on, then what you should focus on in terms of your content and what not to focus on. So let's see what comes through. We have the Moon and Stars Tarot deck. First of all, I'm going to tune into your energy generally just to get a sense of where you are with your social media. This is just to check that this is resonating with you. Strength and bravery. Seven of Cups, delusion. Four of Pentacles, control. You have a really strong idea for a brand, and I'm being shown that this has been sitting in the back of your mind for a really long time. That doesn't mean that you haven't been taking action or working on it, but it's coming through as you have this full package. It's as if to say you have already developed, written the script for, casted the actors and shot a TV show, and you've done a whole season. It's coming through in that kind of way. There's a lot of creativity that is bursting forth, but there is some kind of block, and I think for some of you this is a practical block, for others of you it feels more of something in your emotional life. There's some kind of doubt, and it could even come from other people. it's not necessarily directly coming from within you, although there's something within you that's also doubting it slightly. But at the same time, you have a lot of belief in yourself. Let's look at the best type of content for you. I'm going to pick some more cards here. Three of Wands, communication. The Tower, transformation. Immediately, I want to share that you're going to express clarity to someone. That's the best way that I can put it. You are going to express your truth to someone, and it's going to be your energy that is talking. It's not so much about the words. It's coming from a place of self-belief, of just total clarity. This is who I am. This is what I'm doing, whether they like it or not. And I'm being shown that it might not even be a conversation about you creating content or being on social media. It could be about something else related, but it could be about something else. But there's just this, I'm seeing this, I'm just feeling really, really grounded. Very, very grounded. So when you communicate this, however it's communicated, it's really communicated with your energy and with how you're feeling about yourself. You are just going to say, this is where things are, this is what I'm doing. I just had to share that because that was coming through very strongly. But let's get into the rest of the reading. I'm feeling something fun but informative. The thing about you is that you can really captivate an audience because you are captivating to watch. That's the best thing that I can say. And I'm seeing a performer, so a performer on stage, and it's like the audience is their puppet, and they're pulling one string and then pulling another, and it's the ability to really move the emotions of the audience and to keep the audience with them. And this is the ability that you have, and you can mix many different genres at once, so you can go from happy to sad. It's high drama, but in a really positive, entertaining way, and you can make people feel profound insights at the same time as being quite silly. But there's all this kind of stuff in the way that's preventing it from fully emerging. So let's see what else comes through here, the best content for you. I do feel like the best content for you is yourself, and it's about realising that. The Six of Swords movement. I'm being given a lot of information about your journey in this reading. As I said, you already have this package, this sense of, like, this idea has been developing in my mind for a long time. And I know what I'm going to be doing. What we're getting here through the cards is more about bringing that into fruition. Movement. This is going to start happening for you. It's going to start shifting quite soon, I feel. I'm going to ask about the best platform for you guys. I'm feeling for a lot of you YouTube. I'm feeling like you may already be on YouTube. Also, some others of you podcasts. But I think the sense here is longer form content, so YouTube or podcasts, where you can really entertain and engage an audience. You may not like Instagram or TikTok so much, or you may just not be drawn to those platforms. In time, I think it would be good for you to have more than one platform, so it could be that you have a YouTube channel and a podcast, for instance. And I'm just getting here that I don't want to limit you to these kind of big platforms. You could use smaller social media platforms or alternative ones as well. I'm going to ask what to add more of in your content and perhaps what to move away from. Six of Cups, the past. Again, I'm being given a lot of information about your journey here. There is a way that you used to see yourself in the past. Your self-image was not as good and as clear as it is now. Perhaps you weren't a performer in the past. Perhaps you didn't believe in that part of yourself. You're letting that go. The message that's coming through here is that the more that you just step into being expressive, the more joy you will get out of this. Three of Swords, heartbreak. Here again I'm being shown, this is all about the journey. I'm being shown that you are already familiar with this journey. I think you feel like you know what's coming up for you. You know what to expect in some way, you know what the steps are going to be. And I'm seeing the parallel between creating this vision and what's going on in other aspects of your life, maybe your personal life or your work life. I feel like you're going to look back on things and see things really clearly in terms of, what had to happen for this expression to come out, for you to believe in yourself. I feel for you like you could have a really big following on social media and create quite a big creative brand. So I really hope this reading has supported you. Do let me know in the comments. Let me know if you'd like me to do any other specific readings, and I hope to read for you soon.